Horizon Bank. I've known Roberto for many years. He has been one of Miami's leading bankers for many years and very involved as well in international banking in this community. So it's my pleasure to introduce Roberto.
Thank you very much. You know, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to put a plug in for our good friends here at Ackerman, because I have closed many deals, so you know, many transactions with clients, and they have all gone very well. Neeson and I have done opportunities together, as well as Dan and myself. Dan and I actually have gone on mission trips together to Asia. So we know each other very well, which is important. So thank you, Neeson, for and of course I call him honorable. He was the former mayor of Miami Beach, and those that know Miami Beach, that is the jewel of our city. The water, the people, the weather, it all happens on Miami Beach, and it's also a leading city for us. So thank you very much for the very kind introduction. Good afternoon, everybody. I want to thank you first of all. It's a complete honor for me to be here today to welcome Ambassador Wilczek and Counselor Gebski to this important event. On behalf of the World Trade Center Miami, our city's leading global organization. I'm Roberto Munoz, Chairman of the World Trade Center Miami and Market President for First Horizon Bank, a $43 billion financial institution headquartered in Tennessee with more than 30 branches in South Florida and a deep commitment to serving our international sector. I would like to thank our friends at Ackerman for hosting this important program about expanding the dynamic relationship between Poland and the United States and creating new economic opportunities for everyone. We appreciate the support of the firm and our valued program sponsors, including the Embassy of the Republic of Poland, the Polish Floridian Business Group, NM, and the Polyrind Group, as well as many other business and civic leaders who are here this afternoon. This conversation comes at a very timely moment for U.S.-Poland economic relations. During the recent meeting of the World Economic Forum in Davos, 12 of Central and Eastern Europe's largest companies signed a memorandum to establish a business council of growing Europe. And if the milestone was held, this event was held at the Poland House, and it was hosted by Andrzej Duda, President of the Republic of Poland. The objective of the council is to promote Central and Eastern Europe as an attractive destination for global investors, to present the region as a development hub of high technology and a destination of investments in infrastructure and renewable energy sources. Today, Poland is well positioned to serve as a hub for global trade and investment in Eastern Europe, just as Miami is strategically located in the center of the Western Hemisphere. For many decades, the World Trade Center Miami has promoted our city as a trade and logistics capital of the Americas. Our goal is to facilitate two-way trade, investment, and have developed strong ties with many European companies over the past 36 years. Our hemispheric trade shows have generated more than 3.8 billion in international sales and have brought more than 300,000 trade and logistics professionals to our city. As the gateway of South America and the Caribbean, Miami is an ideal launching pad for Polish companies seeking to build relations with Latin American customers, suppliers, and investors. At the same time, Miami is an excellent location for Polish companies entering the U.S. market. We have our banks, attorneys, and other professionals that are ready to open the door for Polish business and investors to help them achieve their goals. In conclusion, we believe there are exciting new opportunities to grow trade and investment between our two countries, and that the World Trade Center Miami is ready to assist you in the process. Thank you very much as I welcome our today's guests. Thank you very much. Thank you for being here today. We appreciate you coming to Miami. Thank you.
sorry. This is not me. This is me. My old picture. I remember it was in the Foreign Ministry 4 years ago, almost 4 years ago, after my nomination. I've been ambassador of Poland to the United States since November 2016. So it's been quite a long time. But oh, I'm sorry. Can I just close it? Is it possible just to close it? Okay.
Yes,
oh, thank you. So, ladies and gentlemen, distinguished guests, good afternoon to everyone. This is the beginning of my official speech. Actually, before becoming ambassador, I was a university professor, and it really looks like a class, you know. It's amazing that the first row is empty. It's only Mr. Munoz and my colleague.
Very good students, by the way.
And so it feels like, again, you know, in a classroom. So, dear students, allow me to start by thanking the World Trade Center Miami for organizing this event. Especially many thanks to Mr. Roberto Munoz, and thank you for your kind introduction. And many thanks to the Ackerman law firm for hosting us tonight. It is a great honor to be here in the beautiful and sunny state of Florida, and to have this opportunity to address you today about Poland's exceptional relations with the United States. My duties as the Polish ambassador to the United States, unfortunately, do not allow me to travel outside of Washington, D.C. as often as you would like, and you know the reasons, right? I should be almost all the time in Washington, so I'm really very happy to go sometimes for a weekend, especially to Florida. However, I'm delighted when presented with such opportunities, as I am fully aware of how important local communities and individual states are for building bilateral relations with the United States. We have actually a model cooperation between Poland and Nevada, for example, and I hope that the Poland-Florida connection will be the next one, and even more important for many reasons. It's always very nice to visit Florida, not only because of the great weather, which is very much appreciated at this time of year, or beautiful beaches, but primarily because of the dynamic economic development of your state and the huge potential for cooperation with Poland, as Mr. Munoz already mentioned. This potential was noticed some time ago by the LOT Polish Airlines, which launched a direct connection between Warsaw and Miami in June 2019. Maybe not everyone in this room is aware of that there's a direct flight from Miami to Warsaw and Warsaw to Miami. I am convinced that it has already contributed to closer cooperation between the people of Florida and Poland. Although increased tourist traffic seems to be the most obvious outcome, I think it will also serve as an opportunity to develop stronger business relations, to strengthen the interest of Floridian companies in investing in Poland, as well as to increase the presence of Polish enterprises in Florida. In this context, I would like to thank Mr. Patryk Misiewicz. Where is Patrick? Oh. Who is director of the Polridian, which means Polish Floridian, right? The Polridian group. And actually, Patrick initiated today's meeting, and he is very active in fostering Polish-Floridian economic relations. So thank you, Patrick, very much for bringing me here. Later, my colleague Pawel Gebski will tell you more about Poland's economic potential and the possibility of doing business with our country. Meanwhile, I would like to focus on what I believe are the most important elements of current Polish-American relations. Actions are driven by goals, policies are dictated by objectives. Poland's overarching goals are both to ensure the security of our country and its citizens and to promote overall growth. The aim is to create conditions for Polish society to prosper and thrive. Along these lines, Poland seeks to bolster its defense capabilities and energy security and supports initiatives that foster economic and social development. In the international arena, we pursue these goals in large part through the European Union, NATO, and our partnership with the United States. I believe the three pillars of our policy. Exactly 101 years ago, reborn Poland established official ties with the United States. My predecessor and the first envoy designate of Poland to the US, Prince Kazimierz Lubomirski, at that time princes were ambassadors. No longer, I think, in most cases. He arrived in Washington in 1919 to lay the framework for what is now one of the strongest bilateral relationships in the world. Poland-US relations have never been as good as they are now. As ambassador, I find this statement most satisfying. Our outstandingly positive relations are evidenced by frequent recent visits and meetings between our two presidents. President Trump's first official visit to a European country was to Poland in July 2017. President of Poland, Andrzej Duda, was in Washington twice, in the White House in 2018 and 19. Vice President Pence was in Poland twice last year. We have only weekly exchanges between respective high-ranking officials, signed declarations, letters of understanding and agreements. Our priorities in relation to with the United States include the extension of the US military presence in Poland as part of the strengthening of NATO's eastern flank, other joint security and defense projects, and the steady enhancement of cooperation in energy security, the economy, investment, and people-to-people contact. Polish-American defense cooperation doesn't take place in a vacuum. Rather, Poland and the United States support each other in the broader European and transatlantic context. It's important to remember that these communities aren't mutually exclusive. We all seek security and rely on each other for defense. And as you know, American defense companies are very much involved in this process. So we believe that stronger Poland means stronger United States, stronger Europe, stronger NATO. So for this reason, the American military presence in our country boosts the security of all alliance members, especially given Poland's unique geostrategic position. But again, it's a great opportunity for improving and enhancing business relationships. Poland is concerned with the security issues impacting its Central and Eastern European neighborhood, especially regarding the continued occupation of Crimea, the instability of Eastern Ukraine, etc. So for us, all these international initiatives, including, for example, the so-called Warsaw Process, which is about the Middle East peace and security in the Middle East, which we also launched with the United States last year, are very important. I especially want to emphasize that deepening ties with the United States doesn't mean Poland is trying to pull farther away from the European Union. We are not planning any pole exit. We still want to be members of the European Union. Great Britain is in a very special, unique situation. Poland joined the European Union in 2004. There is a big popular support for the European Union. For Poland, joining the European Union was a kind of rejoining the West, rejoining the Western Europe, reuniting with Western European economy. So the Brits have their own special problems. For us, membership of the European Union, of the single market, is of crucial importance. So that's what I wanted to emphasize. That my presentation here is not a kind of presentation of an individual country, but also to some extent of the European Union. But also Poland is very much interested in strengthening regional cooperation, and as it already has been mentioned in this room or before during our discussion at lunch, there is a very special network of 12 European, Central and Eastern European countries, the so-called Three Seas initiatives, countries between the Baltic, Black and Adriatic Seas. Our 12 countries, I will not list all of them, but you can imagine it's the three Baltic countries, Poland, the Czech Republic, Slovakia, Hungary, and Austria, and Bulgaria, Croatia, Romania, this region, and Slovenia. The Slavic not all of them Slavic. Hungary is not Slavic, you know, it depends, but just Central Eastern Europe, because the whole idea was about, first of all, it's